7 Days to Die on console is dead, or more accurately, undead. It will never die or stay dead. It will always be there, ready to amuse and excite us and maybe annoy us. Today, let's talk more about 7 Days to Die on console, which is currently being worked on for Alpha 22. It's one of those topics which people delight in bringing up whenever the game is mentioned. But what about console? Often followed by a decrier saying it's never going to happen. But worry not, as the Fun Pimps have announced more than a year ago that they were first looking for and then working with their partner to port it over to console. They've teased a bit, but they've hardly done much more than show off an early development video of it sort of running, and that was it. But this past week's TwitchCon, they were ready to show it off in force, loading up a bunch of consoles with the current game running Alpha 22 and letting people have at most half an hour of playtime at a session to try it out. Sure, it's not a complete console version ready for sale, but it's running, and by reports and impressions, seems to be running well, and yes, indeed, it's running Alpha 22. Heck, that's more than the rest of us have gotten for PC version, where there's been a little bit of Alpha 22 footage, except for this burning barrel update thingy, which admittedly does look good. Well done, Andres. So, let's dive into the short gameplay footage we had. First off, it seems somewhat slow to load in and start. You can tell by the fact that the game is running, but it's taking a while before the world is loaded up and running, even while the character is in, and the time at the top of the screen is ticking away. But first impressions, well, beyond the controller pieces, the selections and the button press, which you would get if you're running control on PC as well anyway, it looks pretty much like playing on PC. You have the dark cloudy skies, rainfall, thunder, zombies to slay, floor reflections, shadows everywhere, footsteps, weapon sounds, zombie sounds, and it seems to be running just fine. Actually, maybe even more than fine. And while it is hard to tell the frame rate on secondhand footage, it does feel smooth, without any obvious performance hitches. Though of course that might change if you go into the core of a city and during the Blood Moon Hordes, but I'm sure there are plenty of optimizations left to look at. In comparison, I put up some Alpha 21 footage from PC, which of course does look better. However, keep in mind that the PC footage was recording on 1440 and the console footage is only 1080, so there's bound to be differences in quality. I also maxed out most of the graphics settings on PC, and we're not quite sure of what graphics settings are available on console and how they impact the visuals or performance. Still, the game looks good in my view. It appears to play well, and compared to the old Alpha 15 version, it's leaps and bounds ahead. One thing people did call out on the Alpha 22 version, which is not console specific as such, but it's the zombie variants that are appearing. You see the businessman in different colored suits. The Hawaiian is, well, he lost his shirt and looks like a bum. The party girl, well, she changed her outfit to red, which is great to see that they got it working. So bandits in Alpha 22? Yeah, maybe this is a feature that has been pushed again. I have heard rumors to that effect, but the Fun Pimps have been very tight-lipped about any features that are coming to Alpha 22, or even when it's going to be coming out. It was supposed to be a quick cycle and give us bandits, but now it appears it's neither quick nor are the bandits showing up. Well, maybe in Alpha 23. What are your thoughts? Tell me in the discussion below, and let's hope we get more firmed up plans for both console and Alpha 22 release soon.